Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda the Minish cap. In the last part we got here to Mount Crenel base, and now we're actually going to continue on and pretty much get to the second dungeon actually. Also, I want to say right now, they did it! Twitch beat Pokemon! It took them like, what, 15, 16 days, but they did it? And now they're doing Crystal, which is, good luck with that one. Oh god, if they run into a shiny, that's gonna be hilarious. Anyway, what I just did back there was, there was a little river that you could use your bottle on to get some water, which you need to do. This is, I think this is actually the only required bottle in the game. And the bombable wall I'm blowing up right now is something about a fairy's fountain. If you need it, go ahead and use it. I don't, because I'm full on health at the moment. By the way, like I said last part, I love Mount Crenel's song so much. So good. Anyway, right here, it's not easily tell that you can. Yeah, you can't immediately tell that you can blow that up, but you can. I'll be showing it off later on in this video in specific. By the way, hi, red choo-choos. They're the exact same as the green ones, just different colored, really. But anyway, the way you can tell if a wall can be bombed is, well, actually, you know what? I'll tell you that in a second. First off, we have a new kind of Minish portal. You can skip the minimization the second time onwards, but the first time you have to watch it. What the heck? Crystallized Mako. So this perfectly normal-looking stone was another portal to the Minish world. I suppose I would have remembered that if I'd stopped to think about it. Sure, you would have. But the big way you can tell if a wall can be blown up, if you pull your sword out like you're about to do a spin attack and you run into a wall, it'll make this nice little clink sound. But if a wall can be blown up, it actually makes a much lower pitched clink. And doing that's very useful. And it's easy to tell the difference between the two of them in this game too. But anyway, we got the Crenel hot spring water in our bottle now. Unlike other hot spring waters in the series, this will not cool down after a while. It's just hot spring water that can stay hot forever, apparently. Also, I don't know why, but I always forget that ledge to my left is there, so I actually go through this little room again. I don't know why I do that, but I do. Also, these little spiny things, you can only get these with the gust jar, or get rid of them with the gust jar. You're going to be required to do that within a couple of minutes, so watch out for that. Also, if you run out of bombs, there's a stake of scrub in here, so yeah, if you need any, go ahead and get some. I don't. So let's blow this up and continue on. Keys! Goddamn bats. And more mushrooms that actually look like the ones from Mario this time, instead of just looking like weird one-up mushrooms. Oh, Helmosaurs. Once you pulled off their iron masks, these guys are no trouble whatsoever. Yeah, just use your gust jar. Their masks will come off after a while. Helmosaurs look a lot different in this game, though, and in the Oracle games than they did back in freaking Link to the Past. Ah, of course. How silly of me. Hey, my boy. Jump into that vortex over there for me. I think I have an idea. This was a terrible idea. This is actually, if I recall, one of the only areas you can do that to. Anyway, before we progress up higher in altitude, we want to come over here for a moment. Which is technically in the Mount Crenel area of the map, but we're still at the base. And coming here, you have a heart piece and 3 chests. Anyway, for coming up here, we get our 6th piece of heart, halfway to another heart container. Booyah! I'm gonna turn down my TV because that might be kind of loud. Pokemon actually just got added to Netflix, didn't it? Yeah, it did actually. I know what I'm doing this weekend. Not really. I hate Ash so much. His Pikachu is awesome though. And as you might have noticed in the top right of the screen just then, there's a green bean over there. But to get to that in the first place, we need to get this stone from out of underneath this dust stuff. What is this anyway? We also want to open that up right there. This is actually the point in the game where you'll start finding kinstones all over the place, by the way, because at this point, as we'll find out very shortly, you'll start finding them in chests all over the place. I won't be showing off all the chests in the game, by the way. I'm only showing off all the heart pieces, bottles, etc., etc. So I'm not doing every kinstone fusion, just the ones that are required for everything else. Heart pieces, various other upgrades, yeah. Anyway, for doing that, open that, we get a kinstone piece, and for going over here, we're also going to get a kinstone piece. Spoilers. I won't be going to every little side area that gets you a kinstone either. I might, I'm not sure exactly, because I'm still thinking about how I'm going to do certain things. Ooh, spikes. Mega Man would be deathly afraid. Also, this is me being an idiot right there. That was me thinking I was in the Oracle and Link's Awakening games, where if you fall in the bottom, if you fall into a pit, you're sent to the entrance of a room that you're in. That would have been useful here, but no. They had to change that for some reason. Anyway, we need to go get that green bean over there, so let's go and do that. That's actually what you need the hot spring water for. Okay, where's that bean? Holy cow, it's huge, and we can lift it for some reason. Okay, I know Link's a certified badass no matter what he's in, but even I can't explain this. He doesn't have any upgrades yet that should allow him to do that. Just because his size is different doesn't mean his strength should be game. Anyway, throw that in there. You can also fall in there, just let it fall on top of you to get in there as well, but I don't like losing health. Anyway, put the hot sauce? I was about to say hot sauce for some reason. Hot spring water on there, and we have our way up to the actual Mount Crenel area. We want to actually follow where it says towards the Crenel mines at first, because the Crenel wall is an area we can't technically go through. Anyway, that's a different sound I was talking about versus the original when it comes to bombable walls. Great. This is a bad area if you don't have any bombs, by the way, because I know for a fact by now that there is actually 2 bombable blocks on the next floor, and this is me trying to break these pots, getting some. Oh, blue rupee at least. Blue is worth 5, as I mentioned before. And we also have, I believe these are called iron choo-choos? They can't be destroyed by your sword. You need to use a pot or a bomb against them. And thank God the last pot gave me bombs. That would have been bad if I had to go back and grind for them. And more bombs, yay. I can blow shit up. I can be Samus, except without being Samus. That'd be kind of cool seeing Link in Samus's armor, though. Fan artists, get on that. Although, knowing my luck, they probably already have. Anyway, we want to head north here. The Crenel Wall is still an area we don't want to go to yet, though this is the shortcut to get there. So it doesn't matter which way you take, because you'll get there no matter what. Anyway, it says Crenel Mines is to the north of us, but we can't actually get up there due to the fact there's a cliff we can't reach over. However, we can get something in here at least. Bomb this wall, and inside we find another Deku Scrub. Let's get out our shield. Oh, come back here, you little... That's right, take it. And for beating that guy up, we can buy the fabulous Grip Ring. This is required. So make sure you have 40 rupees. This actually allows us to climb on the rock walls here at Mount Crenel. Like so. Now, I'm gonna have to tell you guys this really in advance. Keep this place in mind for like 2 or 3 parts from now. Because we will be coming back there. There's something we actually have to do in that area. Anyway, this is me being an idiot and thinking that there's something I forgot to do over here, but I was wrong. I could have edited this out, but, I plain forgot to. Well, actually, I do know of 2 things I'm going to be editing even after I, recorded this commentary. Because, like, the, call-outs for the heart pieces and something else in a bit. Also, you see that little wall that's directly to the north of me that there's a 1 space block in between 2 rocks? You might want to bomb there because there's a heart piece in there, but I forget that's there for another minute. Because I was focused on the other upgrade we can get here at the moment. Also, I think those boulders are reusing a sound effect from the Oracle games, but I can't exactly tell. Anyway, in here, throw a bomb into the water. And... oh god, it's Navi! Or a pretty lady, hello. She asks you whether or not you threw the golden or silver bomb in, just say neither, because otherwise other things happen. But if you answer neither, you get the big bomb bag. Now the amount of bombs we can carry has been tripled to 30. And that is useful. Because we're actually going to be using bombs a lot in the upcoming dungeon and later areas, because bombs are actually really useful in this game. Anyway, now I come back down here and get this other heart piece. Which is surrounded by fairies. There we go, heart piece number 7. That fairy got in my way. I don't approve of that fairy. Anyway, now we have to climb the Crenel wall. How did that not hit me? In fact, that's going to happen a lot this next minute or two, because this climb takes a while. Which is weird, too, because Link's vertical speed here is rather slow, but his horizontal speed is ridiculous. Then again, physics could probably argue that. I see a doorway over there. Must go to doorway. And another one of those weird dirt patches. Anyway, this is a guy you can kinstone fuse with. He has no other purpose. And the thing is, as I explained earlier, I'm not going to actually be doing all the kinstone fusions. In fact, the majority of the green ones don't have any purpose. Blue and red ones are the ones that really count towards 100%. Green ones are usually just rupees and stuff, and that's not that useful to me. Because I can just grind for rupees anyway. But, so if you want to actually do every kinstone fusion, including all the green ones, look them up. Because, although you might want to be careful because there are certain cutoff points for, during certain kinstone fusions. Because I think there's like, what, 7, 8 phases to them? Now, you know what, let me look this up. It should be in my strategy guide here. Oh, by the way, since we're in the rain now, I gotta say, I love this remix of the A Link to the Past song. These raindrops are like boulders of water to us, kid. Watch out. If one of them hits us, it'll do more than a little damage. Because this is actually a bit of a remix of the song that plays towards the beginning of A Link to the Past. But let's see. Yes, there are in fact 7 stages. Deepwood Shrine to something later in the game. That's something later to get to a point even later in the game. In fact, towards the end of the 3rd dungeon. Then the 3rd dungeon to the end of the 4th dungeon. And to the 4th dungeon to the area short time after that.
and then the area after that, to the area after that, the area after that, to the second to last thing, and then the second to last thing to the end of the game. And it sucks, too, because, there's actually one item in a... Well, technically 7 items you can't get until after you beat the game, so I'm gonna have to actually make a bonus on how to get that. The other things, I have a way. Oh, wow, I was actually able to bullcrap my way through that. These boulder pushing things are slow. And I think is this cave and one of the next caves are the only things that actually are only areas that have boulder pushing like that. But I will actually go more into depth of what those certain areas for the kinstone cutoffs are later on, once they become more pertinent. Like, I'll discuss, like, when to probably go around and do them, because that'll probably be a good idea if you're going for them. Block pushing puzzles. You're so much easier in the 2D Zelda games than you are in the 3D. I'm looking at you, Ice Temple from Twilight Princess. Oh, that annoyed me. And the thing is, too, it's because the solution was so pathetically simple, but I just didn't think about it for like 3 hours. Oh, God. By the way, don't be an idiot like me. Get rid of those jars in front of you. I'm not sure how they stop you when they're like 2 or 3 feet below you, but they do. Programming. It presents the greatest of obstacles. You know, that was actually... I kind of wish... upon me using the Gust Jar on that, Choo-Choo, I kind of wish they actually had the program that you can suck up the Choo-Choo and get, like, a heart or whatever you want needed from them. Because that would have been awesome. Because, I mean, that's how the boss fight works. Why can't it work on the normal ones? By the way, those P-Hat enemies, you can only... I showed it off earlier, but you can only beat them by using the Gust Jar on them, then slashing them with your sword, because otherwise, for some reason, their spinning feathers make them invincible. By the way, this room, for some reason, I found impossible to solve as a child. And I don't know why, because this game came out the same year as the DS. In fact, this game was given a very silent release, so the DS wouldn't be overshadowed. But luckily, it was playable on the original DS. I just played it on my SP because I didn't get a DS until the Lite came out. My first game on it was Spectrobes. Memories. And Kinstone Piece. Oh god, I feel a yawn coming on. Nope, not gonna let you happen. Oh god, it happened anyway. I failed. And anyway, welcome to the Crenel Mines, or Minish Mines, where Malari and his 7 apprentices live. Let's go see that old blacksmith, shall we? Holy crap, you're a big man. Green clothes? They're not hat. Sir, might you be young Link? I'm Malari, Master Smith. I hear you want me to reforge the sacred sword and help break a curse. I've been needing the old sword which holds the power of the elements first. Show me that broken Picori blade. I love all this adventure, what with the rescuing of the princesses and such. I'd be happy to reforge this thing into a brand new sacred blade for you. Why, thank you, sir. You're much kinder than you were in the manga. It'll take me a while to rework your sword. In the meantime, you should track down the missing elements. One of them should be in the mine the humans dug. It's not far from here. Alright, let's get started. There'll be a while, Link. Let's leave them to it and find that element. Whatever, old green person. I'll get more into what I mean about Malari being a bit meaner in the manga next part. I see another thing. I see another random exploding tablet. Why does that happen? In fact, how does it explode to begin with? Is there dynamite in there or something? The Cave of Flames! Wow, it's hot in here. Come on, let's not stand around wasting time. Find that element so we can get out of here. Whatever, green person. But with that, I'm gonna need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, we're gonna be going through the Cave of Flames, hopefully finding the element in the process. See you guys then.